Hello, folks. I'm here at Lillian Stanley Finance today, and I don't know if you've seen them. They've been on YouTube a few times, but I sort of came across them on a recent Mark McCann video. And having had a chat with the folks here at Lillian Stanley, I thought it would be really useful to make a video. So I'm here today with Matt from Lillian Stanley. Matt, tell us what you do.
Hi, Jim. So, Lillian Stanley Finance, we are all about making the customer finance journey as easy, as simple as possible, and to save customers time and money.
That's the key thing, isn't it? It's about saving customers time and money.
Yeah.
This is not an advert for car finance. It's not an advert for Lillian Stanley. I really want to do is share what these guys do, because I feel it's really important, and a lot of people watching this video could possibly benefit from what they do. So there are two main aspects to business.
Yeah.
So basically arranging finance on new or used cars.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And secondly, refinancing people's existing car finance. And this is the thing that I think a lot of my audience will probably find incredibly useful.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's two main kind of aspects to what we do as a business. So a lot of customers aren't aware that if they were to go to BMW, for instance, they can come and use us as a third-party finance brokerage, and we'll save them that money when it comes to funding their car. It's well known now that, say, BMW, for instance, charge 13.9% APR on a lot of their finance plans.
Yeah.
We can better that and normally offer them a much better all-round package really quickly and easily as well. So we urge as many customers as possible to get in touch with us if they're looking to purchase a used car, say from BMW or any other independent car dealership. We can also look at new car finance as well. So we do an awful amount of new Porsche product. McLaren, Porsche, Ferrari. There's no limit to what we can do in terms of value or actual car. That's for private individuals and also people that are looking to fund through a business too. Okay. So again, no restrictions there. And then the other side that we tend to do a lot of is refinance. And that is the real eye-opener, because if somebody has taken an agreement with BMW, for instance, at 13.9%, within minutes, we can put an alternative package together that can save the customer thousands of pounds. I'll give you a first-hand example of a customer that I've looked after recently. So he had got a Lotus funded at a higher APR. I was able to offer him an alternative package, quoted him literally again within minutes, almost over the phone, and saved him in the region of £7,000.
Yeah,
really, really easily done as well. So,
and when it comes to the refinancing, can people do that easily at any time during the time they've got the car, or is it better like at the start of an agreement?
Yeah, it can be done at any point. So refinance, there's the customers that have got the higher APRs, but then there's also customers that are perhaps coming towards the end of a current agreement and they want to keep the car and refinance their balloon. So there's a couple of different variations there, but we would just urge anybody to get in contact. We offer a free finance health check. Again, it's really easy for us to kind of look at the numbers and work out if there is a saving to be made.
Yep.
Get in touch with us and we'll have a look at it. Not a problem.
And again, I mean, obviously some dealers now are offering these things like, if you pay cash, it's this price, but if you do our PCP, you've got this $4,000 contribution and all the rest of it. But obviously there's 14 days there, aren't there, to play with?
There is, yeah. So on most agreements, again, it does depend slightly on the actual agreement type, but there is normally a 14-day withdrawal period. So the customer can take advantage of that saving. I actually had a customer that made contact the other day that's looking at a Range Rover. They've offered him £6,500 worth of discount to go with them.
Yeah.
He's already aware of the kind of finance options that we've got available. So he's going to take that offer with his £6,500 discount, get in contact with us, and then we'll refinance it and save him some money. So it's a win-win situation there, because not only has the customer got the saving from the dealer, but we'll then make them the saving on the finance too.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And the fact that you can grab that and still go and change it after the event,
Yep.
I think it's gold.
There's no restrictions there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a no-brainer, I suppose.
It is a no-brainer, yeah.
Yeah. And what about sourcing cars? Is that some...
Yeah, absolutely. So we get a lot of kind of customers that will come to us. We always urge to kind of get an acceptance in principle so that we know we've got that finance there and we're good to move forwards when they find a car. We will do everything we can to then try and find a car for them too. We've also got the sister side to our business as well, Arden Collective. And we can use the resources that we've got there as well to try and find the customer their perfect car and look after them in a one-stop shop, really, where we've got the car, sourcing of the car and the finance all put together.
And I suppose the thing that a lot of people are asking is, how can you do it for less?
As a broker, we're very fortunate. We work tirelessly to make sure we've got the best rates and packages in the industry. We've got a very broad spectrum of lenders, so we will always look to find a solution. It could be a slightly trickier fund that we're working with, but with our panel and knowledge, we will always normally find something that works for the customer. And again, do that in the most time effective way and the most efficient way.
And I suppose you don't have the same pressure to deliver for like that a car dealer might have. Like finance manager at car dealerships, obviously under a lot of pressure.
A huge amount of pressure.
Yeah.
I think, speaking kind of from my own opinion and experience, some of these huge dealerships now, they've spent that many millions of pounds developing these great big sites. They are under immense pressure to make it work, to pay back these huge overheads that they've got. We've got obviously the lower rates working alongside our lenders, so it's almost criminal that these dealers are charging such high rates. But I guess it's a numbers game for them. They've got to balance the figures at the end of the day. But that is just where I think a lot of customers and a lot of clients out there and perhaps followers on YouTube and you know the like, they're not aware that they can come and contact us and we can offer such a service, and it's music to their ears when we tell them how much money we can save them in terms of monthly payments or total amount payable as well.
Yeah. Is there ever any sort of pushback from the dealers?
We do come across that, as you can imagine. Business manager's got his job to do, but we tend to find generally we don't have too many issues there. Sometimes they can put up a little bit of a fight to begin with and then perhaps back down when the customer kind of pushes our way. But there is that refinance option there. So if we do have a dealer that is insisting almost on their finance being used as the purchase option, we can still step in afterwards and offer the refinance.
I don't know, my experience with the way that dealers sell finance is not fantastic. Of my sort of previous life, I come from a compliant environment and know how the FCA works, so I know what's allowable and what's not.
Yeah.
And when you see sometimes very large retail chains, dealership chains, and the way they're forcing things down people's throats, I think sometimes people are in finance agreements that they might not even understand.
Absolutely, yeah. The finance that a dealership offers, and this is normally the main dealerships that I'm referring to here, in effect, it's a solution to get the customer and the car out of the door.
Yeah.
We offer more than a solution. We want to build a relationship with that customer. It's more than just funding their car and then going away and enjoying it. We want them to become part of our family, and for us to be there in the future when they need our services. And again, there is that refinance element. So we all know that rates are higher than we would like at the moment. There is a potential chance, and we're hoping that rates will start to come down as we move towards the back end of the year. But where we will offer a greater service than, say, using a main dealership finance option is if in 6 months' time the rates have come down and we can save customer money, we'll be in contact with them to offer that. Whereas, the likes of, I had a customer comparing us with Ferrari Finance the other day. We were offering a better overall package. Ferrari were trying to be insistent on, you must use our services. But I explained to the customer, they'll look after you today, but that's it. Off you go and enjoy your car kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess it's that sort of personal touch that they're going to get somewhere here that they wouldn't necessarily get from the dealership. And of course, when you think about car finance, it's most people, I would say, it's probably their second biggest bill after their mortgage.
Yep.
Or their second biggest bit of finance after their mortgage.
Yep.
And I mean, you're going to 9 times out of 10, you're either shopping around yourself or you go into a mortgage broker. Not too many people walk into the estate agent and actually use the estate agent for their mortgage to them. Even though the estate agents try and force you down that road.
Yep.
A wise man shops around.
Yeah, very definitely. The internet's at everybody's fingertips, isn't it? Nowadays, it's very easy to to compare things. We will always operate in a very transparent manner in terms of our offering to the customers. We're obviously very personable in terms of the way we relate to our customers as well. And then because we've got a broad spectrum of offerings, when it comes to hire purchase, we've got traditional PCP, which of course a lot of people fund through when they're buying out of a dealership. And then we've got products such as lease purchase and hire purchase with balloon, which are for more specialist funds. We can cater for classic car finance. We've even got options with marine. There's almost no limit to what we can offer.
Okay, so just so people at home sort of understand how it would work on a normal kind of case.
Yep.
Let's say I've just gone into a dealership. I've bought a car on a PCP.
Okay.
I've taken the dealership contribution, aka a discount, but their rate's awful.
Okay.
Is this the point where I just immediately phone you guys, or would you suggest I call you before I've even done that?
Yeah, so we would urge any customer to get in contact with us as soon as possible. If you're being forced down the avenue of using the dealer funding because of a contribution, there's no issues there. We can look at the numbers and get an acceptance in place ready for when you've taken delivery of the car and we're going to swap the finance over.
Okay.
You hold no loyalties to the finance company that the main dealership have made you use, so there's no issue. And then once you've taken delivery of the car, we can get the new agreement in place. It swaps over really quickly and easily, and away you go saving your money.
Great. And I'm guessing, because obviously main dealer's margin, if you like, is here and yours is probably here. I'm guessing there's a certain probably value of car where you wouldn't get involved. Like if I came to you with a 10 grand second-hand Focus,
Yep.
is that something you'd look at, or it's just not?
It's not. So with the agreements we've got with our lenders, £25,000 is the minimum that we would look to work with.
Okay.
And that's just because of the rates that we've managed to negotiate, and again, the plans that we then have to work to. So if there's something over £25,000 that you're looking to purchase or refinance, that's where we come into play, basically.
And that 25 grand is the value of the car, not the value of the finance, or is it the value of the finance?
It tends to be with the majority of lenders, it's a 25,000 minimum balance to finance.
Yeah.
But if there's something close to that, we can always have a look at it on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
But it tends to be 25,000 minimum balance to finance.
Okay, and that makes sense. So you're getting a lower rate because there's a bigger chunk of money.
Yeah, bigger balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose if you did the smaller stuff, the customer's not going to get so much for saving, and you're going to have more overheads because you're going to have a lot more volume, I suppose. Is that
That's true. Yeah, we have to balance what we do and obviously make sure we're offering the best products to our customers. And for us to do that, we need to set that 25,000 minimum balance to finance.
Yeah. Now, I don't want you to punch me in the face or anything, Matt. I mean, it's how I make my money. But, car finances can be a bit of a dry subject, can't
Yeah.
it? But you do some fun stuff here as well. Ellen was telling me.
We do try and keep it as fun for not us as employees, but also for our customers as well.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of car meets and participate in a lot of kind of events and things like that. Yeah. So we're quite fortunate at the premises that we work from. We're sat here in the clubhouse. We do have meets here on site. We do external meets as well. So we offer a customer a very different journey when it comes to funding with us. We're not just, again, all about the actual finance and that's it. We want you to become part of the Lillian Stanley family and to come out and enjoy events. We've got one coming up in a few weeks' time, and I've already got customers that have worked with us that want to put their cars on our stand to display them. So it's really good, and again, it gives the customer another element to the whole journey and experience with their car.
That's great. It's just a bit different as well. And
yeah, it is.
I don't know, we're in like this very transactional world nowadays, and it's very easy
process
to go through life, without sort of knowing anyone or speaking to anyone or touching anything kind of thing. And it's it's really nice, I think. Yeah.
We want people to get the most out of their cars. I mean, some customers spend a huge amount of money with us on a very, special car, and we want them to enjoy it to the maximum.
And I suppose finally, we'll have to talk about something that is very dry, credit scores.
Yeah. So when we take details from a customer, that's all normally captured very easily via a telephone call. We can email an application over to a customer as well, so they can do that in their own time. Once we've gathered basic information, our system will run a soft credit search, which will give us an indication then as to which lenders we can look to approach. And then we will advise the best route depending on where that certain customer sits, and of course only do what we can in terms of getting them the best deal.
Yeah, great. Brilliant. Thanks very much, Matt. If you want to get in touch with Lillian Stanley, I'm going to put a link in the video description, and there'll be a phone number appearing probably here somewhere underneath one of my chins. So give that a ring. Everyone here's been lovely today. I've been here for a couple of hours, just a really nice bunch of people. So yeah, I think you could do a lot worse, and particularly think about if you're already in a finance agreement, just think about if it's worth putting a call in to see if you can save a few quid on it. Because if it's going to take essentially 10, 15 minutes of someone's time, it's almost sort of daft not to, really. And if you do, I don't know, buy me a pint or something. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Thanks ever so much for watching, folks. Thanks a lot, Matt.
Cheers, Jim.
It's been great. And please subscribe, please like, and I'll see you on the next one.